And hello again, YouTube viewers. Mr. Math here with the next installment of Let's Play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and we have the Master Sword here. And I just can't help but sort of savor the moment. Partly because we have the Master Sword here, but mainly because there has to be an angle. Because, okay, the world map. The world map is completely open. You start here on the Great Plateau. But once you get the paraglider, you can go anywhere. So, at least in theory, you could come straight here. You could just come straight here and go for the Master Sword. I can't think of anything that would stop you. So there's got to be an angle. Because it can't be as easy as just waltzing up here and getting the Master Sword. They have to gate it behind something. So, and you know, my mind tends to wander when I think about stuff like this. So, I've also started thinking that once I have the Master Sword, I really can no longer justify, even to myself, avoiding those big mobile guardians. Because they drop those ancient cores. You know, the stationary wrecked guardians, which can still come back to life and shoot you, they don't drop the cores. The mobile ones do. And I need to start farming those if I'm going to get that, you know, for example, the Guardian armor that you can get here at the Akala Ancient Tech Lab. And I bet there must be some other things you can do with them. So yeah, and you know, I really can't justify that now, you know, if I'm honest with myself. And once I have the Master Sword, for goodness sake, well, at this point I'm just sort of delaying the inevitable. Let's find out the problem here. Okay. I want to get a good angle here. Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you. Was that Zelda? Whoa. What?
Who is that?
Ah!
Did I doze off again?
Voice acting.
Well, well. It's you. You finally decided to return. Better late than never. After 100 years, I'd nearly given up hope on seeing you again. Even my patience has limits, you know. That look on your face tells me that you have no recollection of me, however. I have watched over Hyrule since time immemorial. Many have referred to me over the ages as the Deku Tree. That is the weapon created by the ancient goddess. The sword that seals the darkness that only the chosen knight can wield against the Calamity Ganon. Believe it or not, it was actually you who wielded that sword 100 years ago. But I must warn you to take extreme caution.
Now here's the catch.
The sword stands as a test to anyone who would dare attempt to possess it. As you are now, I cannot say whether you are worthy or not. If you sought to free the sword in any sort of weakened state, you would surely lose your life where you stand.
Pantomiming.
Best of luck, young one.
The sword cares not for your physical might. It is moved by what lies within. It cuts through bravado and superficial enhancements. Only true strength can draw it from its resting place. The only way to know if you have what it takes is to try. Well, I was about to, and then you interrupted me. Okay. Okay, I'm holding. Wow. Okay. That was close. Ah, the music. Okay, that's all fine and well, but how did it end up here? Link had it 100 years ago. Your master will come for you. Until then, you shall rest safely here. Although the slumber of restoration will most certainly deprive him of his memories. Please trust me when I say that I know he will arrive before you yet again.
If I may be so bold, what is it that you are planning to do next, Princess?
The Master Sword. I heard it speak to me. It seems that my role is unfinished. There's still something I must do.
I sense there is great strength in your dedication.
Great Deku Tree, I ask of you, when he returns, can you please relay this message? Tell him
Now then, words intended for him would sound much better in the tones of your voice, don't you think?
Yes. And yet we don't get her voice. Okay, that... I understand the reason for it, I think. They took out most of the voice acting because it would have been one more thing they had to load. And in the Switch version, that's not such a bad thing, because it's a cartridge, and cartridges load pretty fast. But the Wii U uses discs. And those load very slowly.
What you just saw happened where you stand 100 years ago. After you were separated from the sword, the princess thought to bring it here,
That
where
answers
she
my
knew
question.
that it would be safe under my watch. She continues to fight, trapped deep within the confines of Hyrule Castle. Her heart cascades with faith that you will return. She has a smile like the sun. I would do much to feel its warmth upon me once again.
So, Master Sword. Legendary sword that seals the darkness. Its blade gleams with a sacred luster that can oppose the calamity. Only a hero chosen by the sword itself may wield it. That blade has a name. It is the Master Sword. Yes, thank you, Deku Tree. We knew that. When used against Calamity Ganon or those tainted by his malice, it will become suffused with holy light. At such times, the true power of the sword will manifest. But be warned, do not rely too much on its power. If you wield it without need, its power will be exhausted, and it will no longer be of use to you. Should this happen, you must wait for the sword to recover. It would be rash to rely on this sword alone to defeat Ganon. I suggest you free the divine beast before facing him. Well, yeah, I'm on that. Okay. Okay, anyway, somewhere around here there is a shrine. Kind of sort of this way. Us Koroks all got together and prepared some trials for you, Mr. Hero. Although you may not need them since you already pulled the Master Sword out and all. But these trials will help you grow even stronger than you are now. Among them is an extra tough one designed by me, the Elder of Korok Forest. So will you test your mettle in the Korok Trials? Tell me more first. Ah, you need to think about it first, wise boy. The Korok Trials. Long story short, you need to visit all the shrines in the Korok Forest so that you can be considered a real grown-up. It's a ceremony that every Korok must undertake, and is based on the trials of the legendary hero himself. I've done it, and so has Hestu, and him over there, and her too, and even the great Deku Tree himself has done it. Okay, that last part was a lie. He's pretty rooted. Trial 1. In the Southwest Forest. Trial of Second Sight. Trial 2. In the Northwest Forest. The Lost Pilgrimage. Trial 3. In the Eastern Forest. The Test of Wood. If you can overcome the Korok Trials, you can overcome anything. We've also prepared some wonderful prizes for you. Now show us what you're made of. Well, will you do it? Sure, I'll do it. Alright, do your best. Okay. Southwest, northwest, and east. So it seems, what I'm guessing is I have to find those 3 shrines and, you know, open them up and complete them, I suppose. And once I do that, then yeah. Okay. Leave it to Maka. Okay, Maka. Ah, Mr. Hero, I was watching you pull out the sword. If you want to know more about the sword, leave it to Maka. Okay. Tell me about the sword. The sword that seals the darkness. You want to know more about the Master Sword? Well, the Master Sword is a very special weapon, but it can lose its power if you overuse it. When that happens, don't panic. All you have to do is wait for its power to regenerate. I probably wouldn't use it for trivial things like opening bottles or cans, just for smiting evil and stuff. The great Deku Tree can tell you more. Did you need something else? Man, this is kind of an interesting forest. Tell me more about it. The highlights here in Korok Forest are the great Deku Tree and the sword pedestal, of course. Although the great Deku Tree probably isn't very happy about becoming a tourist trap. We've really decked out the inside of the great Deku Tree in anticipation of your arrival. You'll find a place to rest and a bunch of other useful things in there. And then there's the sword pedestal, the sword that seals the darkness, which needs no introduction, rests there. The sword pedestal is the center of the forest. If you stand on the pedestal and look around, you'll be able to understand most of the paths in the forest. The bean lamps act as landmarks. You want to familiarize yourself with them to make it easier to find your way around. And if you get turned around, you can always head on back to the sword pedestal. Okay, well, how do I leave? The answer to that's pretty easy. Warp to another shrine or tower somewhere. Still, I wonder what his answer is. You want to leave the forest? But why? It's perfect here. Just kidding. I know you have to leave sometime. You've got to save Hyrule. If you head east from the sword pedestal, there will be a sign on your right. Climb up the hill at the right side of the sign and you'll see an ogre tree. If you walk into that tree's mouth, you'll whoosh be taken to the entrance of the woods. We set it up this way because even us Koroks don't like to walk through the Lost Woods if we can avoid it. Well, thanks for the info. Oh, Stamella Shrew. I think I'm kind of low on those. Yeah, I had no Stamella Shrews. Oh, there's the shrine I've been hearing. Okay. So, let's see. Maka said stand on the sword pedestal, and that will let me understand the paths. Okay. So the shrine was over here. Yep, here it is. The Ko Roog Shrine. What's that glimmering? Oh, just a tree branch. Okay, now I can come back here at any time. Is this going to be another blessing shrine where it's all, you know, just getting in here was the test, have the sphere? Because seriously, getting here was not the easiest thing in the world. Well, I guess we'll find out in a moment. No, it's not a blessing shrine. This kind of looks familiar. It's not exactly the same as the Shivanir and Shivanath shrines from way back when. Fateful Stars? You have numbered lights over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And same setup over there. Okay, what's the clue say? Look to the stars for guidance. The constellations are the key. Okay. I can only guess it's talking about those things on the wall there. Okay, let me think. So I have 2 and 2. 4 orange spheres. And 20 spaces to put them in. Okay. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this has 3 stars, and this has 7 stars. And that one over there has 7 stars, and this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13. So that doesn't really... Oh, hold on a second. A whole bunch of them over there. Huh. Okay. So those aren't particularly... How does it compare to the world map? Well, let's see. So the constellation on the far left is on the far right, back there. And the second one from the left... well, it's not in the same position exactly. But if you look immediately to the left of that one on the right, I'm feeling like I'm barking up the wrong tree here. I wonder if the Deku tree would find that reference amusing or irritating. Okay, let's see. So that one on the far right kind of exists in two locations back there. And that one in the top middle and one in the bottom left. How about the third one? Where is that one exactly? That's it right there in the center, kind of immediately above the center of that big picture. Only it's reversed, I think. No, it's kind of bent. It's kind of rotated a little bit. Constellations are the key. Okay, the fact that the locations on the floor are numbered 1 through 5. That's gotta be significant somehow. I mean, otherwise it'd just be so arbitrary. Let's see. I guess you could sort of divide up that big map back there into 5 general levels. There's 3 constellations at the very top, 2 on the next level down, 1 on the center level, sort of 4 of them on the... I mean, 3 of them on the 4th level, and then 2 of them on the very bottom. Huh. Okay, the constellation that looks most like that first one over there is kind of sort of on the 4th level of that map over there. And let's see. There's 2 of them that resemble that second one, but the one that's most similar, at least as far as how it's rotated, is also on the 4th level. And let's see. So that one there is kind of sort of on the 2nd level. There's really only one that resembles it, and is close to the top. So let's put it there. And then that one... There's only 2 of them. And they're both kind of rotated away. The one that's most similar is the one near the top. So... yeah... I really didn't think that was gonna work. Okay. Alright, let's try what I was doing earlier. There's 3 stars in this one. And let's see, there's 7 stars in this one. So it should go in the 7th hole. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this one has 13 stars. So let's put it in the 13th hole. Now this one has 7 stars. So that's what makes me think that this is completely wrong. But okay, let's put it in the 17th hole. Yeah, I didn't think so. This one is escaping me. Reset. All right then. To the stars for guidance. Constellation is the key. Yeah, I'm just not sure. It's really escaping me. I wonder if this is in any way related to the constellations outside. Or if I'm just supposed to use these constellations. I'll bet almost anything that there is a way to glitch over this wall. Um... Well... Total number of stars? 3 plus 7 is 10. Plus 13 is 23. No, that doesn't make sense, because there are only 20 slots in the floor. Well, Well, let's see. Could it possibly be... I wonder if the different sizes have anything to do with that. This one has just the one big star and the two little ones. And this one has 3 big ones. This one, way too many, so... You know, this small constellation looks like the top of this somewhat bigger constellation. In fact, it's exactly the same thing, as best I can tell by just eyeballing it. It's this kind of inverted L shape, and you know, there's the inverted L shape at the top, with this extra stuff added on down below. Does that somehow fit the rest of the pattern? Well... The left side of that constellation, yeah, it's kind of bent out of shape, but it vaguely resembles this entire constellation. Vaguely. Huh. I really don't know. The logic of this one completely escapes me. Yeah. Well, when I don't get something, best thing to do, for me at least, is to take a step back and return to it later. Okay, well, let's look into this Korok Trials thing. Though, actually, first... There's the pedestal. Okay. I want to see what's inside the Deku Tree here. Glowy Hoppy? It's Mr. Hero! Yes, Peaks, it's me. Yay, Mr. Hero came to visit us in the forest. What took you so long? Peaks thought of a trial that would make Mr. Hero stronger. You won't have to fight, and it's not scary. But you'll need to be extra careful, so I want to see a bloopy. It's a blue, glowy, hoppy thing that glows in the dark, just about Peaks' size. I really want to see a bloopy, even if it's just a picture of one. Okay, I knew you were a nice guy, Mr. Hero. Thanks for listening to Peaks' request. So I don't know where they live, but I heard there are little blue glowing critters hopping around Hyrule. Apparently they're called bloopies. I wonder how glowy they are. Aren't you curious? If you show me a bloopy, I'll be sure to thank you with a gift. Good luck. Okay, but, you know, I have a picture in the compendium. Okay, no, that's the Lord of the Mountain. Where's the bloopy picture? There it is. They may look like mere rabbits at a fleeting glance, but these strange and aptly named creatures glow with a mysterious blue light. While the details of their origin are entirely unknown, there is one thing we do know. These peculiar little things have a penchant for collecting rupees. I can't show him a picture of the compendium? That's annoying. Glowing over here. Ah, another tree branch. Okay, anyway. What's in here? A cooking pot. A soup ladle. Shock arrows. Arrows. Cane sugar. Hylian rice, apple, hearty radish. Hi there. Well, look who we have here. Hello, Mr. Hero, and welcome to the General Shoppy. I sell a lot of stuff here. Things that I gather in the forest. Things that I don't gather in the forest. Please choose anything you want, or have you come to sell? Well, sure. What will you buy? What do you want to sell? You can sell fairies, huh? Only for 2 rupees, though. That's not worth it. Yeah, I guess I don't really have anything I want to sell. Well, I guess I could sell some of these monster parts. Wow, look how much choo-choo jelly I have. Well, anyway. What else have we around here? Oh, mushrooms. Razor shrooms, party truffles, stamella shrooms, rush rooms, iron shrooms. Huh? You're here, you're here. I've been waiting for you. The great Deku Tree was right. He said you would come, Mr. Hero. I thought you might be hungry, so I went out and gathered a bunch of forest mushrooms for you. Welcome to the Spore Store. My shrooms are delicious, suspicious, but never malicious. Look around, buy something, or would you rather sell? Nah, I'm okay for now. Bring anything you don't need to me. It doesn't even have to be a mushroom. Ah, the inn. Zzz. No, vegetarians everywhere. Stop, that's my face. Ah! Sorry about that. I must have dozed off for a bit. Oh, you're Mr. Hero, aren't you? The great Deku Tree told me all about you, so you finally made it to our forest, huh? I've been waiting for so long I thought I might start to put down roots. Welcome to the great Deku Tree's navel. I made a bed out of leaves just for you, Mr. Hero. Take as long as you like with the ons and the z's. Sure, maybe later. Of course, you don't need to sleep, Mr. Hero. You look like 1,000,000 rupees. But I work so hard every day to set up this bed especially for you, Mr. Hero. Your rupees are no good here, so feel free to stop by and snooze whenever you'd like. Oh, so it's free. Well, thanks. Okay. You know, I was rather hoping that I'd be able to get a Forest Dweller's bow and a Forest Dweller's spear, you know, all that stuff here. But, unfortunately, it looks like not. More Stamella Shrooms? Nope, those are just leaves. They look like Stamella Shrooms. But they aren't. Which is really too bad, because I'm pretty low on Stamella Shrooms right now. Okay. Well, this looks like the way to one of the trials. Wonder why these guys are all hiding from me. I see. I have to go through this mess again, do I? I wonder, am I going to need to relight the torch? And if I am, how do I do that? Okay, hold on a second. According to the map, I'm right here. Blue nightshades, eh? Okay, hold on a second. So, the marker on the map... Aha! So... Hello? Oh, you're Mr. Hero, right? You're going to do the Korok trial, yes? Yes? Sure. I knew it! I'd like to ask you a favor, then. My little Owaki just now set off to do the Korok trial. Normally I go along too, but Owaki insisted on going alone. I let Owaki go, but... Well, I'm just getting worried. Could you please follow Owaki without being seen? I want to be sure nothing bad happens. Okay. Well, if that's what I have to do, then obviously I need the stealth pajamas. Did I lose him? Where is he? There he is. Uh-oh, bees. Don't climb the tree, Link. Come on. Okay. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I can just barely hear him. I can't see him and I can just barely hear him. Now he's a lot louder, but there he is. Okay. Where is he? He's up there. Where is he? Okay, so there's the shrine. So, am I allowed to be seen by him now? Does it matter? The Dag Choka Shrine. Okay. Alright, so now I can come back here anytime. So, That ought to do it. Let's talk to the Korok. He's over there. Yay, I made it. I finished the trial. What? Who's there? Hey, are you that hero guy? You know, Mr. Hero? Guess what, Mr. Hero? I did the trial all by myself. Aren't I brave? Oh yeah, you're probably here for the shrine. The great Deku Tree said that the monk's blessing is waiting in the shrine ahead. Why don't you go take a look? The blessing, eh? In other words, this is another one of those just get here and you get the prize shrines. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay. Proving my worth, so let's get the stuff. An ancient core. And I was just talking about those at the start of this episode. Okay. Well, thank you very much for the spirit orb and all that. Only one. Then again, if I do the other two trials and also figure out that star map puzzle next to the Great Deku Tree, I'll have 4 spirit orbs. That's really rankling me, that star map puzzle. I've got to figure that out. But not right away. Huh. You know, this one's actually quite a distance from the forest and the Deku Tree. The other two are a lot closer. Look at that. This one's practically right next door. And this one's only a little bit further out. But this one's at least twice the distance of this one, maybe 3 times. That's pretty far. Okay. So got that one. Now there's these two. Not very far away. Over this ridge. I must dance. Oh, go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Ah, yes. What? Oh, frogs, okay. I was gonna say. Are you ready? Well, I am, but, you know, this is actually a pretty good place to cut the video, in my opinion, so I will catch you next time, YouTube viewers, as we proceed on to the other two trials and the shrines contained therein. See you next time.